Why everything feels mentally heavy nowadays? Most people don't feel dramatically unhappy. They just feel heavy, not sad enough to name it, not anxious enough to panic, but just tired in a way that doesn't seem to go away. And what makes it more confusing is this: life hasn't necessarily become harder in obvious ways. Many of us are safer, more informed, more comfortable than the generations before us. And yet, mentally things feel heavier than ever. Today, I want to talk about why that is, without blame, without diagnosis, and without trying to fix you. Just clarity. It is not weakness, it is load. One of the biggest misunderstandings about mental fatigue is that we treat it as a personal failure. We assume we are weak, unmotivated, or somehow not coping well enough. But mental heaviness isn't about weakness, it is about load, not physical load, but the cognitive load. Your mind today is asked to hold constant information, constant decisions, constant awareness of things you cannot control. Even when you're resting, your mind often isn't. It's scanning, comparing, processing. And unlike physical tiredness, mental load doesn't disappear just because you stop moving. The problem isn't stress, it's continuity. Stress by itself isn't new. What is new is that stress no longer ends. In the past, pressure came in waves. There was effort and then there was recovery. Now pressure is continuous. Messages don't stop. News doesn't stop. Expectations don't stop. Even leisure is often demanding. Choosing what to watch, keeping up with conversations, staying relevant, staying informed. The mind never gets a clean edge where it can say, this part is over. And when nothing ends properly, the mind never fully resets. That unfinished feeling accumulates, and then it starts feeling like heaviness. Why rest does not feel restorative anymore? This is why many people say, I rest, but I don't feel rested. Because rest today often looks like scrolling, background noise, passive stimulation. These things pause effort, they do not reduce load. True mental rest requires something very rare now: low input, silence, single focus, moments where nothing is required of you, not even reaction. Without that, the mind stays partially switched on, and a mind that never fully switches off starts to feel heavy, even when nothing is wrong. Why this matters? If you misunderstand this heaviness, you'll try to fix the wrong thing. You'll push harder, add more structure, consume more advice. But mental heaviness does not need pressure, it needs relief from accumulation. Understanding this changes how you relate to yourself. Instead of saying, what's wrong with me? You begin to ask, what has my mind been carrying without release? That question alone often brings some lightness. You are not broken. You are not failing at life. You are living inside a world that rarely allows the mind to finish anything properly. In the next videos, We will talk more about motivation, discipline, and why effort feels harder than it used to. Not to optimize you, but to understand you. This has been plain wisdom, simple ideas for lasting clarity.